Yeah, we bring reviews of your house, talk to our dudes of your house. I bring my views of your house, wrestling truths of your house. We talk to you in your house, we keeps it cool in your house, we keeps it cool in your house. I'm spitting truths in your house. Yeah. Mark's hating on his fast, Becky's niche on the man. Play with two like a lion, household a dangerous alliance. I am an like Cody, and I'm overcoming like Kobe. No, they cannot hold me. Come listen, I'm hosting, critiquing, I'm boasting. This wrestling I'm knowing.
It's all about podcasts these days.
My name is Brian Pillman Jr., and you're listening to the In Your House podcast. This is Austin Theory of Evolve, and you're listening to the In Your House podcast.
This is AEW's Darby Allen, and you're listening to In Your House podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, star Alakan House, and my man, Michael Hutchison. That's Mikey Hutch. This is the People's Podcast. Haha. Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your boys, Con and Hutch, ready to give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. That is what we do, and hey, we love it. So let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, hey, we can get to you. And you already know what it is, guys. Last time that I checked, oh yes, In Your House was the hottest professional wrestling podcast in the Midwest, because we're coming for all the smoke and we're bringing it every single day. And we also bringing that work, and you already know what it is. I got my man Hutch in the building. How's it going, bro?
I'm doing fantastic, and funny. I thought I've been hearing rumblings that we were done.
I heard that too, man. They think we're finished, bro. They think In Your House is just over, bro. What's happening?
Yeah, they're all like, oh, put a fork in them, get out the A1 sauce. They're done. What? Excuse me.
What? What?
That is that is an outrageous assumption.
Yes,
First
yes,
up.
Man. So people are messaging me, asking me, what's going on with the podcast, man? Are you guys done or what? And, you know, they're being cool about it, but I'm like, bro, like, what? No. No. Like, I know I put something on the social media saying that we were slowing down, but I was pretty sure I said that the podcast wasn't going anywhere, bro.
Yeah, man, we're not going anywhere. We're just getting started. And you know, I mean, real talk, man. I mean, you know, it's some adulting and stuff like that Con and myself have to do. And
yeah, everybody got to do it.
You know, in real talk, there's a lot of things on my end that I got to get together and stuff like that, you know, just to be real. But, you know, don't worry, we're not going anywhere, man. You know, I feel like it's funny. You know, it's almost like it's become a responsibility at this point.
Yeah, because
you know,
so many people listen.
Yeah, you know, and I love you guys because you guys are all, because, you know, like, we become parts of people's day and week. Yeah. You know, and it's weird, and so I guess maybe I take that for granted. I guess I don't know. It's not like it's never been like I'm just not feeling, you know, a podcast. It's not never a want to do it.
Right.
It's just a time thing, you know. I mean, we only have so much of it, even though it's a construct that we made up for ourselves. But that's another subject for another episode.
Sure.
But yeah, man, it's just a time thing. But regardless, we're back. Here we are. in your ear holes.
Going anywhere. Not going anywhere, right?
Not going anywhere, man. And we got some really kick-ass stuff coming up, man. You know, you're going to see the Ultimate Sin get the In Your House Championship here very, very soon.
Nope.
That. Shut up, Con. Nobody pulled your string. So that's going to happen. And, yeah, we're going to be hitting some wrestling shows. I think we got one coming up this weekend, right?
Oh, yeah, we're going to be hitting up old wrestling, bro.
See, again, I asked because I'm like, hey, we're doing a thing this weekend, right? It's hard to keep up because, again, see, In Your House is still doing stuff, guys. Like, we're still out there, like, talking to people, trying to set stuff up for, like, future content for you guys. So just because we're not in your ear holes every week doesn't mean we're not working for you guys.
Oh, we're definitely still working, bro. You're right. We're definitely still working. I mean, like you said, we're gonna be unveiling the Madhouse Championship by then. Hopefully, everybody's already seen the new In Your House show. But if not, you're definitely gonna be seeing it. So check that out coming. Madhouse Championship is here. It's formulated. We got more wrestling shows to go to. We still got October 5th, guys. You know what I mean? We're working on the episodes for you guys. But there's just so much other things that we have going on that you know, sometimes you got to slow down a little bit and think about it, guys. Think about it like this. And I'm glad that this subject came up because I've been dying to talk to the household about this and say it not on a social media post, but for your ears, hearing it from our voices and our inflection and how we're saying it, you know, and we're not going anywhere. With everything that we have going on, we've just had to slow down just a little bit. But guys, think about it like this, and I want you guys to keep an open mind to this. We haven't been doing this for a year, not even a year, and we have given you 121 episodes. That is unheard of. Unheard of.
And not just that, and not that we're even trying to convince you guys, because again, we know you guys are coming from a good place.
Sure, yeah.
We know you guys aren't just sitting there going, "What the fuck?" You know, and if it was a subscription thing, then yes, you guys would have a viable, you know, be like, "What the fuck are you guys doing? We're paying you guys money."
Right.
But you know, it's still a line from Taz. Please don't choke me out if you happen to hear this. You know, we're giving y'all a whole bunch of free lunches here, man. And we know you guys are appreciative. We know you guys are, and we appreciate your guys' love and all that.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you know, like, absence makes the heart grow fonder a little bit too.
Yeah, good point, man.
You know, and you know, you can look at WWE for that. Look how stale the talents got. Why? Because you see them every single week doing the same thing. I mean,
and more than one time a week.
Exactly, more than one time a week, and we're getting more wrestling in October. You know, so, and then with NXT moving over. So, I mean, again, absence makes the heart grow fonder in some ways. So, yeah, we may be dialing it back. We may not have that 5 episodes a week, but again, we're still working for you guys. Sure, we're working for us too because we want to do shit. But, you know, but most importantly, we work to entertain you guys, and we're still doing that. So, but thank you guys, you know, and here we are. We're back. Yay.
We're back, man. We're back, and we're ready to talk about some professional wrestling, man. And another thing that's back after absence, it was the AEW Championship, bro. Oh, man.
What the hell? I don't know. At this point, I have volleyed back and forth between work and shoot and work and shoot. And I think that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, that's the good thing. I agree with that.
It's kind of what wrestling should be. And regardless, the damage control that AEW did with this was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't a what the fuck. It got people talking about the championship, be it good or bad.
Yeah.
I still want to know the whole story.
Yeah.
I've heard so many different things. Like, I'm like, honestly, like, how can you lose a championship? You know what I mean? Like,
hey, man.
How the fuck?
He just had
a little bit of the bubbly.
And, you know, he had a little bit of
it
the
happens,
bubbly,
bro. It happens. You know, you get a little bit of that in you, and it happens.
Blame it on the bubbly, bro. Blame it on the bubbly, bro.
Yeah, say that 3 times fast.
I know, right?
Right. Look, but man, like, can you imagine? I wish I could have seen the look on his face the moment that it dawned on him that the belt was absent. If that was real, I'm willing to bet that it was followed by a fuck.
Yeah. You know it, bro. Oh, man. You're the first ever AEW champion. And you didn't got drunk and lost the belt.
I met Tony Khan. What the fuck, Chris? We can't be having you losing the championship like that, buddy. Yeah. You know, like, that's a bad call. That's just bad. Oof.
Not a good conversation. Yeah.
No, and I guarantee you, oh my God, how many people in WWE was cracking the fuck up?
Oh, you know they was going in. I'm not just talking about people in the WWE. I'm talking diehard WWE fans that's trashing AEW. Like they probably had a field day with that, bro.
Oh, I witnessed it. I got on the comment threads and all that. Yeah, they were like, oh, this is amateur. This is some TNA shit. You know, shit smarks say.
Oh,
as it were. There was a lot of shit being said. You know, and again, it's typical. But you know what? Regardless, AEW made this whole thing journey, be it work or shoot, I'm thinking more so of a shoot because again, there's a lot of police involved here.
Yeah,
for
sure,
you know,
man.
there's some official reports and stuff. So, but they made it entertaining. Yeah. You know, you got Chris Jericho sitting in the tub with the scarf on, pouring a little bit of the bubbly, as it were, into a glass and setting that glass aside and then taking a pull from the bottle. Again, if that's not a douchebag move, I don't know what the fuck is. And he's sitting there talking about hiring a private investigator. Do you think that I put this on my In Your House Instagram.
Yeah.
And that's Hutch In Your House, spelled just like the show.
Yep.
Just to plug that, I put on there that Jericho needs to hire Ralphus back.
Oh, no.
As security. And some of you guys may be too young to know about that. If you're too young, go do a Google search.
That was his personal security guard.
Ralphus could have prevented all of this.
Yeah, you don't want the smoke with Ralphus.
No, you don't want that heat. You do not want that heat. That man will drop you and take your sandwich. You do not want that smoke, bro.
Oh man. So apparently he loses the title, but I will say this though. I think, and you just said it, they covered it up really well. And if Jericho did pick up a private investigator on it, it worked out because he found it pretty quick.
Absolutely, got Dick Tracy on that bitch. Like, he's like, I'll find it for you there, Jericho. I'm on the case. See, you got that gumshoe on that motherfucker. But see, the damage control again, and that's not the only damage control that they apparently had to deal with, though, Con. And they being AEW.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a backstage fight that occurred at the All Out show. It was their names are escaping me, and but there was two talents that were in the women's casino battle royale, whatever gimmick.
Right.
And they had heat with each other from some indie show or something, and they decided this all culminated backstage, and one of the Jacksons had to break it up.
Really?
And then he was the one that broke it up. Apparently, was quoted in saying, "Well, I wasn't prepared to have to deal with this." Like, you're running a fucking wrestling promotion. You got all these dynamic, unique, sometimes crazy personalities.
Egos, bro.
Egos clashing with one another.
Yeah.
And you don't expect this to happen. And I'm just like, that is kind of worrisome.
I understand.
In a sense. So they better be ready for more of that.
Yeah, you know? I agree with that. I will say this though. They probably weren't prepared for it. It's and you said it before the pod that it chalked that up to inexperience. But I also say, they got guys like Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and Dustin back there. I think that they do have some guys back there that's prepared to deal with this type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's valid, because they dealt with those the old school wrestling politics, so to speak.
Oh, yeah, and that was way crazier than now.
That and plus, hell, what did Arn Anderson wasn't he the one that got stabbed by Sid Vicious or some shit like back in the day?
I think so, man.
I do believe so. Yeah. If anybody, Arn knows about dealing with some crazy people. I do believe that was him. Correct me if I'm wrong, or validate.
I think you're right, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know about that. But I think you're right on that, bro. It was a scissor fight.
Right.
Scissor fight, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Wrestling is insane.
Yeah, wrestling, I love it. I mean, we've said there's, and for all the light, there is a darkness, man. There is a dark side to it. And hell, I mean, it's not like we don't know a little bit about it. But anyway.
A little bit, yeah.
But yeah, man, like it's that's why wrestling is the most unique thing out there, and I love it, man. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, AEW, they better be ready for this shit, man, because again, this is not going to be the only thing. And again, I assume those girls won't be working back there anytime soon.
I don't think so either. Because that battle royal is solely for just like, excuse me, an opportunity. You know what I mean? Most of these girls aren't signed. Most of them aren't signed, and it's an opportunity for them to possibly get signed. After you're back there fighting and whatnot. You're trying to get a contract at what is now going to be looked at as the second biggest wrestling company in the world right now. And you're back there fighting. Come on now.
Right,
you're not going to get a contract that way. No.
Like, bottom line is this. Exactly. Just to reiterate your point, you're going to get your chance to get a look by a multi-billion-dollar company, and you're there to give a receipt to somebody for some bullshit that happened at an indie show. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, that's some stupid shit.
Yeah, you're not gonna get no contract doing that dumb shit. No, you're not.
No. You're like school in July, no class. Get out of here. Boo. Boo to you. Boo. Yeah, I'll use a Fat Albert joke. Y'all don't know nothing about Fat Albert. Get out.
I love Fat Albert. Yeah, these kids don't know nothing about Fat Albert, bro. They don't know nothing about it.
You kids don't know nothing about nothing.
Oh man, when did Dave Dynasty show up on the show?
Got a hit made out of it in a record set with his old decrepit ass. Social security number and Roman numerals and shit.
Oh no.
VIIVIIX.
Yes. Oh man. But
Yabba dabba doing his ass sliding down the neck of a dinosaur. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh hell no.
Yowie wowie.
Oh god, and you guys out there in the listening audience, the 14 different countries across these great United States and locally right here in Indiana, as you guys just heard, I used our little yowie wowie drop, and I'll use it again because
Yowie wowie.
We got some Bray Wyatt news to talk about, bro.
Yeah, a little bit of scuttlebutt.
Yeah, man.
Little bit of things. Why don't you go ahead and lead us into it?
No doubt, bro. No doubt. So I'm seeing reports. I think you have too. That he's also alluded to it. I mean, so it's all tying in together. And we had a chance to talk about this a little bit at the In Your House talk show shoot. But we didn't really get a chance to talk about it on the pod. So now we're doing it now. Of course, the latest Firefly Funhouse and it really, really tied some things together for Hell in a Cell in my eyes. We talked about it a little bit. You guys can check that out, but we talked about it a little bit, and now there's talks about putting him in the title picture as soon as Hell in a Cell. And myself, and I think you thought so too, we're thinking, is it a little soon?
I yes and no.
Okay.
I worry that it is because I don't want Icarus to fly too close to the sun.
Oh yeah.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Because again, if anything, I will be heartbroken if this whole Bray Wyatt thing falls apart. And it's to the point that they built Bray Wyatt up so well that when he does take his first loss, it's gotta mean something. And it can't just be he got pinned on Raw.
Yeah.
It's gotta be like a good build to potentially, I'll even say to potentially make somebody else at this point, if they continue to build him up
Yeah.
the way that I've actually heard.
Yeah.
That they're, to expand on this whole title picture thing.
Yeah.
Sources, I'll just say that, sources have alluded to that not only is Bray Wyatt going to be in the title picture, that Bray Wyatt is going to get the title itself and will run with that bitch for about a year.
A year?
A year.
Whoa.
Which, kind of brings me to my previous point that they could potentially build somebody else up for it to mean something when Bray finally does drop that title. And that could, and I'll stay ahead of the curve here. Oh, Bray Wyatt lost the title. They're burying him. He's done. Nope. This just leads to the next chapter in his demented story. Yeah. Because I've been going back, man. I've been going back watching some old Bray Wyatt videos, and I touched on this, I believe, in the In Your House video show.
You did.
In regards of the Fiend being explained, and talked about back in 2015.
Yeah.
Check out the In Your House, video episode to get that. But there's other things too, man. Like, he's talked about all of this. And it's funny, like he's talked about like the mask and all this stuff, and all this, the way he's done this has saved his career. He's quoted in saying that at one point in time.
Yeah.
But going back and looking at the grand story arc of this, man, it all just ties together and it makes sense. I mean, it's just, and again, going back to this whole title thing, maybe it's not too soon. Maybe now is the time. Because why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he go for the quote unquote the most coveted prize in the WWE?
Big facts. I agree with that.
So yeah, I say fuck it, go for it.
Why not, right?
And why would they not go with the most profitable talent that they have right now? Who has the most, because they're feeding Vince that money, right, pal? Yeah. So why would they not go with the most unique, viable talent to go into this war with AEW? If you call it a war, call it whatever you want. Yeah, sure. I know AEW's on Wednesdays, but yeah, you get my point.
I feel you, bro.
So yeah, maybe now is the time, and they always say strike while the iron is hot, right?
Big fact. Yep, that's it. Let me add to that, bro.
The volley's back to you.
So there is we and not just us, but I mean the household, the internet wrestling community, everybody else has always killed the WWE for a couple of things. One, they don't know how to make stars. Mm-hmm. And two, they never give the title to somebody or acknowledge somebody's heat in the moment that they're hot. Unless it's like around WrestleMania and they want to get that big pop. But we're not. It's not WrestleMania season for a few more months. We're not even there yet. So around this time, which is quote unquote kind of a quiet time, we're after SummerSlam, but we still have Survivor Series a way out. The Royal Rumble's further out. Mm-hmm. So it's more of a quiet time right now. And let's say that there's a talent that's heating up right now. They're not going to capitalize on that. They're not going to do it. They haven't done it. Well, guess what? Here it is right now. They have Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, who, like you said, has been the most profitable talent right now. And now's the time where everybody, like, I can imagine. I haven't gone down the comment holes, but I imagine that you have and maybe seen some things before this chatter about him going for the WWE Championship. I bet you there's guys that's been saying, "Oh, this is the best thing out. Oh, they need to put the title on Bray Wyatt. They need to put the title on him." Well, guess what WWE's talking about doing? They're talking about putting the title on Bray Wyatt. So, like you said, a great point that you just made, you strike while the iron is hot. You put that big red belt on the Fiend and you let him run with it.
Right. I mean, why not? Why not? Because I'm sorry, I'm good on a Seth Rollins title run. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good on that. I'm good. And I like Braun. I don't mind Braun. But I'm good on that too, unless you maybe want to tie him back in with Bray Wyatt somehow. I'm not.
Let me jump on that. Let me jump on that. The reason why
That's what she said.
The reason why that you're cool on it and the reason why I am too is because it's exactly what I just said. Let me go ahead and prove my point right now with facts. They had a chance to put the title on Braun Strowman when he was hot. Mm-hmm. And they didn't do it, bro.
Didn't do it. Just let the fire cool, man. Like exactly that right there. That's example number 537 of WWE not striking while the iron was hot.
Boom. Hey man, if you just want to go ahead and crack
A little bit of the bubbly.
because you over here just speaking facts, bro.
Right. I mean that's it. That's it. So yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Do it.
But
what's the worst that can happen?
While they do it, do not deviate from the original creative process that has brought Bray Wyatt to prominence to begin with.
So can I ask you this?
You can ask me anything you'd like.
I want to ask you this. So you're Bray Wyatt, or you're booking Bray Wyatt. Let me just say you're booking Bray Wyatt.
Bro.
And
I got this, bro. What we gonna do with Bray Wyatt? Let's go.
So for his Firefly Funhouse segments,
all right,
where and how would you integrate the Universal Championship within the Funhouse?
Well, that's an interesting question. Wow, I can't say that I'm really prepared to answer that one in great detail on the show, but I'll do my best to.
Sure, I wasn't. Bro, it just came to me on the fly.
Yeah, I'm with that. I will do my best to slap an answer together here.
Sure.
We may have to revisit this.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, first off, Abby would be pleased.
Yeah, yep.
I think Abby would be pleased that
she's happy about it. Yeah,
with that bringing back, they can still play off the whole money thing with Vince.
Yeah,
because I'm sorry I don't know that just popped me personally. I don't know. I just love that. I mean, I think it would just make for some interesting dialogue and. Yeah, and him just kind of taunting people, like daring people, come visit and come see it, but you'll never take it.
Yeah. Would you have it encased? Maybe encased within the funhouse?
Absolutely. I'm talking like they could even maybe do like some kind of like shrine.
Ooh, yeah.
Some kind of like sacrificial altar kind of thing, right?
Ooh,
like with like
nasty.
Yeah, like picture. I don't know, like how like the funhouse again just. This is just spitballing here. I don't know.
Sure, we're spitballing.
And again, and before I go any further, funhouse, household, Jesus, let us in. You know what I mean? Like household, like throw out your ideas. Let us know what y'all think. But
no doubt, yeah.
Like picture like we got the Firefly Funhouse. We got all the characters there. Everybody's there. The whole squad, right?
Yeah.
And then you got the whole vibrant collar. Got the kids there, but then you got like this dark altar that's almost kind of got like. Dried up blood stains on it and white candles that's been burning for a while. You know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe and like some kind of weird symbology thing on it.
Ooh, I just got an idea that they won't do.
What's that?
Okay, first off, here's my light idea that they could do, but the second idea is just really twisted and I'm not sure if they're going to take it there. So you have, when they cut over to the Fiend and the funhouse is all dark and twisted and everything?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like have him as the Fiend, but have like the Universal Championship like on the pedestal in the encasement and have the Fiend literally getting on his hands and knees and worshiping it.
No. The Fiend I don't I like that. I like that, and I guess that would kind of give the belt, I guess, some like power, prestige, and meaning, and that kind of thing. But
yeah,
I personally don't want to see the Fiend bowing to anything or anybody.
I agree with that.
But so just a counterpoint.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
But But if done right, I could see where that could work. Again with that altar thing that was previously mentioned, I could see where that could. At the very least, it'd be a cool visual.
Yeah, for sure. Now my second idea. This is the one they're not gonna do. Okay, keep it in the Funhouse and keep him as Bray Wyatt, but not the Fiend. And do you remember the Christmas critters from South Park?
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Have it to where they have the shrine. They have the shrine with the Universal Championship in the shrine. And like the Buzzard, Mercy the Buzzard says something like, "Oh, it's time for us to give a sacrifice." And
yes.
And then they put Ramblin' Rabbit on a block, on a stone block. And Bray Wyatt puts the hurt and heal gloves on. And he has a rusty crooked dagger. And he shoves the dagger in Rambling Rabbit's chest and opens him up. And he's basically giving Rambling Rabbit as a sacrifice to the Universal Championship.
You know what? I'm with it. Fuck it. Let's go there. Let's go there.
Dude, if they did that, I'd be like, yes.
Let's
that's
go
a champion
there
right there.
Or
bro.
at the very least, if you don't want to go as far as like pulling the heart out, doing Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom shit, Galima, Shati Day, and all that shit.
Yeah.
And if you get the reference, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Anyway, but even at the very least, if you don't want to do that, maybe do the thing where like you had to set up for the sacrifice, you got Rambling Rabbit tied up, blah blah blah, and you cut him open and let the blood, as it were, rain down on the Universal Championship itself as a sacrifice to it.
That's crazy.
throw in some random backwards chanting that everybody can try to figure out themselves to try to decode and see if there's any kind of secret message to it. Maybe even throw a secret message in there. Again, go for it.
Yeah.
Because it's you're already kind of tiptoeing that line a little bit anyway.
Oh, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Absolutely. And this is a line that I feel like Bray Wyatt has wanted to cross for a while. I mean, I remember back when he was, the old Bray Wyatt and, had Roman Reigns, chasing after his daughter and stuff like that and found a room of pictures of his daughter with their eyes cut out. I was like, okay, they're like walking that line, but that's one of those storylines they killed off and didn't follow up on because people were, offended and yada, yada, yada.
They pulled the reins on it. That cost us a star.
I know, right?
Shit. Well, In Your House Show, 4-star podcast. Can't touch Hutch throughout a shitty ass pun.
Oh man, but man, I think that if they decided to do that, that'd be that of course it'd be offensive to some people, but I think it'd be a good way to kind of just make the Universal Championship seem like it matters in the world of Bray Wyatt, and Rambling Rabbit is the whipping boy or the whipping rabbit anyway. So
well, yeah, he's already asking for help, for crying out loud. There's another reason.
Yeah.
And you know what? For these people that are offended, fuck you. Fuck you if you're fucking offended. I'm gonna fucking say it. Fuck you. It's a show. You sit and watch your Law and Order and your bullshit that fucking talks about these murders and all this shit every damn night while you fall asleep on your chair after you eat your bonbons and shit. And then you're going to sit here and get offended because they want to do some dark ass creative shit as a character on a show. Yeah. You're going to get mad. Fuck you. I say go for it.
Do it. That's why I dropped it. That's why I dropped that idea, bro, because it came to me and I'm like, wow, if you really want to go there, like I said, I had two ideas and the first one wasn't the one that I really thought was great. I thought the second one was the one where I'm like, if you really want to go there, if you really want to take it to another level and make the title feel important, do that.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'll be honest. If you wouldn't have suggested the sacrifice thing, I already had that one in the proverbial chamber to throw out.
No way. Did you already?
Absolutely, I did. Because I'm with that shit. Not with. I'm not saying like I'm with sacrifices and shit, but like I'm with that direction because that character is meant to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That character is meant to make you feel uneasy.
Yeah.
And what better way to do it than that way? And you know what? You want to even go an extra layer with it when they do this? Have the kids there. Have the kids sitting around there with those depressed looks on their faces.
You're just trying to offend them, bro. But I'm here for it.
No. I am not putting them there for that reason.
I got you.
I'm putting them there solely for the fact that they've been there already.
Yeah.
And that they've already had that weird dark content there. So it's not the first time.
Yeah.
And again, it's not to offend people. It's to make you feel uneasy. To give this character, this place, this fun house, more layers. So no, again, I now grant you. Do you want to pepper that in? Be like, yeah, I want to rattle people's cages a little bit. Absolutely, but you know what? I'm also making you pay attention to watch our art being displayed too.
Yes, but bro, let me just add to that and say this: like, are you telling me that there was never anything that they did in the Attitude Era that was offensive?
They were fucking crucifying Austin on the Undertaker cross, for crying out loud. Come on, bro. This would be the first sacrifice they've done. They had Papa Shango, who was a voodoo priest, coming out making, I'm going to do this voodoo doll. I'll make a voodoo doll of you and flick your nuts. And, just... and I see Juggalos out there going, yeah, that's my boy right there.
Man, see?
Anyway, but yeah, this is not the first time but yeah, again, you got Papa Shango doing this voodoo shit, making Ultimate Warrior get sick and shit, right? Yeah. So this is not the first time they've done this.
No.
So again, do it, go for it. I mean, because you've already got this really demented, twisted persona out there anyway.
Yeah. So it's already there, and you got it. You got to take it as far as you can take it, bro.
Right, and I'm not talking about I'm not saying they got to sacrifice something sacrifice the rabbit every week.
No.
All they did, just do it once.
Do it once. If you do it one time, then it will have served its purpose. You start doing it too much, and it's not going to mean anything.
Exactly. Do it to anoint the Universal Championship with the power of blah 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 whatever.
The fun house,
the essence that is the Fiend or whatever. Let Bray fill in those blanks. But yes, the sacrifice thing itself, in and of itself, yes, I was going to suggest that. If you didn't, I'm 110% with it.
So yeah, we were doing a little bit of talk here about Bray Wyatt. He is now in the talks to get a shot for the Universal Championship at Hell in a Cell, which will be interesting. I don't see why he hasn't had another match since his match with Bray Wyatt. I don't see why he would lose. And if he's in Hell in a Cell, well, then that makes it no disqualification. So that means you're not... I just don't think they're gonna have Bray Wyatt take a pinfall victory this soon. I just don't see it, bro.
The hell no. And that right there, I mean, it would kill everything.
Yep.
Like you got Bray take a pinfall, it's over.
Way too soon for him to be taking pinfall losses. Way too soon for that.
And I would even go as far as to say if they even try to do like some kind of like triple threat thing or something like that, you don't put Bray Wyatt in that scenario if Bray Wyatt isn't winning. Right.
No. If you're in every match he has for a while, I don't want to put a number on it, but for a long time, he can't lose, bro. He can't lose right now. His character is, we say it all the time, it is way too easy to fuck this up. He start taking losses, guess what? It's fucked up.
Right, because then he becomes just another talent, and it's and it's not just because I'm like, oh, Bray Wyatt's my guy. It's not that. Yeah, it's just the way this character is presented, man. It's just you can't just have him just getting beat by just with all due respect, I'm just going to throw a name out there. You can't have Chad Gable coming out pinning Bray Wyatt.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
I know Chad Gable's like nowhere even in that scenario. And there's no offense to Chad Gable, which, man, they really need to rethink what they're doing with him. Oof.
He's an incredible talent, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But anyway, back to the whole Bray Wyatt thing. Yeah, they can't have that man take a pin for a while. And I'm okay with having him wrestle sparingly.
Yeah. I say I don't want to see him wrestle every month. Dude.
I don't want to see him wrestle every pay-per-view. Hell, give him I don't even go as far as say fucking give him a light version of Brock Lesnar's schedule.
Yep.
Not as severe, and still have content with him every week.
I agree with that. I agree with that, and to add to that is that this is this is how you make stars. You don't shove them in our face and trot them out every single week.
Mm-hmm. Because after that match, after Bray Wyatt made his debut, that following Monday, everybody was like, "Where's Bray Wyatt?"
Yep.
Where's Bray Wyatt at? Bray Wyatt wasn't there on purpose. I'm willing to bet that Bray Wyatt was like, I don't want to be on. I don't want to speak for him, and I have no way to confirm this.
Right.
But I'm willing to bet that Bray Wyatt, or at least somebody, was like, you don't need to be on Raw this week.
Don't oversaturate him.
Absolutely not. Let that breathe. Let that debut marinate. And what was everybody talking about Bray Wyatt's absence? Two things. One, where's Bray Wyatt? Because people wanted to see more.
Yeah.
And two, the entrance, the debut, and how awesome it was, and all that shit. And then all of a sudden, the lights went out, and Bray Wyatt popped up again.
But we haven't got a chance. We haven't got a taste of that entrance in SummerSlam, have we?
No, we haven't.
That's okay with me. That's okay with me.
And I'm okay. And I want it. I do. I want it. But if you want to wait to give it for the right reason at the right time, maybe, in this case, Hell in the Cell.
There you go.
I'm with it.
There you go, bro. There you go. I don't even think they've advertised the Firefly Funhouse for tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw.
Nope, haven't seen a thing. And you know what? Let's see. They don't need to. They don't need to have that this week.
Nah.
As a fan of it, do I want to see more? Yeah,
of course.
But they don't need it this week.
They did exactly what they needed to do in this last week. They've already got people talking about Hell in a Cell, and we haven't even had Clash of Champions.
Or maybe not have and this isn't the first time that they've peppered stuff in just here and there. Not have the Firefly Funhouse, but maybe have Bray Wyatt somehow mess with Rollins and Strowman a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe leave one of the Mercy the Vulture somewhere.
Ooh,
or maybe Braun hears Abby the Witch's voice, or so like some shit like that. You know what I mean? That's some mind games shit.
Yeah, just something to play with them.
Right, and then they can, and I'm sure that I'm going to call this now. There's going to be a point that it's either going to be Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman. They're going to be looking in the mirror. The lights are going to go weird, and the Fiend's face is going to pop up in the mirror.
Ooh,
I'm calling it right now. That's happening at some point. Call it now. Episode 121 of the In Your House show. When it happens, we're going to call back to it. Hutch said it.
There you go. And man, there's a lot of things that we've been right about on the show. So you guys can go back and listen to all the episodes that we've done, guys. We've given you so much work. We've given you a lot of that work, and now it's leading into Clash of Champions, and I gotta ask you this, so and then we'll move on to the last thing that we're gonna talk about. So they have WWE Raw at the Garden. Madison Square Garden, which is awesome. That they're going to be going back there. But we don't see him tomorrow night on Raw. When's the next time you think that we see the Fiend?
If we don't see him tomorrow, I'd give it about a week or two. I'd say give it about a week or two, or maybe the first Raw of October.
Ooh, okay. Keep it that long. See, I'm not. See, the way I'm seeing it is, I don't think we're gonna see him get involved in the match at Clash of Champions. I mean, that's something that's a possibility, but I think that I feel like we might see him on the Raw after Clash of Champions, and maybe kind of, maybe just another Firefly Funhouse, just to kind of keep that Hell in a Cell challenge fresh in everybody's mind.
Yeah, now after you mentioned it, thinking about it, that would probably actually be better timing of it. Kind of because here's post show, kick off the new storyline for the next special being in your Hell in the Cell.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm gonna add one more question before we go to the next thing. And this is an interesting question, and I want to get your opinion on it, which is why I thought about it. With as on fire as the Fiend is, I mean, just the character and he's selling out merch on WWE Shop and got everybody talking. Would you as the booker, would you keep Bray Wyatt on Raw, or would you put him on SmackDown for the Fox reboot?
Bray Wyatt is the Fiend is a force of nature that goes wherever it wants to.
Ooh, that's even better answer. That's even better.
It's not bound by. It's not bound by superficial network bullshit.
Yeah, I'm here.
So
for
wherever. It. So yeah, I'm gonna say a little bit of both.
Okay, yeah. I really like that though. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I was gonna say, but if I had to pick a show, SmackDown would be wise because they got to give Fox something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they got to give him something big, and right now that's their biggest thing they got going.
But the question is, does Eric Bischoff know who the hell Bray Wyatt is?
Well, damn. I would hope so by now, bro.
Well, from what I've heard, Bray Wyatt, Eric Bischoff doesn't know who a lot of the talent is on the roster right now.
Oof.
Awkward silence. Yeah, can you imagine being a talent? The man who's like, yeah, we're bringing this guy in to write for the show. Well, shit, you know who the fuck I am.
Oh,
and again,
that's rough, bro.
That's just from sources. From what I've heard, that's kind of a thing. So take that. Let's get ready for October, right?
Yeah. Ooh, man. I hope he better get to know the talent, bro. He's got to get to know the talent.
Yeah. So you better be studying, man. Here's my thing. If that's true, if we could just I'm not sure I'm not sure if that's what you were getting at as far as closing the show out. But
that wasn't it. But let's talk about it.
But yeah, if we can kind of expound on this for a second. If you get a job, you get a job. You talk about wanting to be creative. You mentioned, hell, we talked about booking a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's say you get a job. Let's say they hire you. We're going to bring you on to deal with these Fox executives because let's face it, I think that's what Eric Bischoff's there for.
Yeah.
Is to talk to these executives because Eric Bischoff is good at that shit.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to bring you on to book our show. But you don't know the talent, right?
Yeah.
You haven't been watching the show for a while.
Sure.
What are you going to do?
Man, first thing I'm going to do is go to as much talent as I can.
Maybe you're going to, I'm sorry, I don't mean to like cut you off, but maybe you're going to watch the fucking show.
Well, yes, of course.
First off,
of course I'm going to watch the show, but I want to get to know. But
yeah, not to step on your answer, of course. But yes, go on. Yes, what would you do?
I want to go to as much talent as I possibly can, and we do it, bro. We do it when we do commentary. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like we go to talent, like, okay, we're not familiar with this talent. We go right up to them. We try to figure out who they are, what their thing is, and so we can add to it. You know what I mean? When we're on commentary.
Who are you? What's your vibe? What are you bringing? What's your finisher? Like, do you have anything that you are trying to get across?
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. That's that's it, bro. That's what I would do. Of course, watch the show. Of course, watch the show. But yes, I want to know the talent.
Show. Exactly, know the talent, and we'll call him Voldemort on our show.
Yeah,
the man whose name you dare not speak in regards of wrestling booking.
Oh, not to the IWC, bro.
Not to the IWC. You dare not speak his name, but fuck it, I'll say his name. What Russo did?
Oh, you said his name, bro.
I said his name. I don't give a fuck. At me. What he did, love him or hate him, yes, he did some silly ass shit. But back in the Attitude Era that was so revered and so loved, what did he do? He went and talked to the talent. What would you say in this situation? What would you do? Well, how would you react in this situation? Say that out there.
Right.
Go out. That's how we're going to write it then.
Yeah. Yep.
You talk to your talent. You get to know your talent.
Yep.
And if Eric Bischoff was able to keep, the revolving door that was WCW in order, like, you can't keep track of SmackDown.
Man, and they stay with the same talent, bro.
They stay with the same talent, and not to mention, I'm not sure, I guess the other scuttlebutt that's going around is there's going to be a draft.
Oh.
We've got no more wild card, pal. No more wild card. We're going back to separate brands, apparently.
Okay.
So, and that could be cool because, we could finally get back to them, get to Raw and SmackDown, hopefully finally having their own identity, or, Raw and SmackDown having their own identity.
I just want the fist back, bro. I just
bring
want
the fist back. You beat me to it, you prick. I was going to get to it. I was about to say they need to go in that warehouse. They need to dig out that big-ass fist, and they need to hang that bitch back up on SmackDown.
I've heard reports that it's coming back, bro.
Man, do you imagine the pop that the crowd... I know the internet would break.
Oh, yes, it will. Yep.
Over a fist.
Over
SmackDown fist. SmackDown fist be trending on Twitter.
Man, for real, man. There's only two places where the internet will go crazy over fist, and that's SmackDown and porno.
Man, no shit. I was actually going to say fisting would be like trending third because people would be throwing it in there. Throwing it in there.
Yes, man. Yes. I agree with you though, man. Let them all have their own identity, and yeah, I'm here for a draft. I know you said there was reports about it. I hadn't seen anything, but I know you've still been, I've just this weekend I've kind of shut the whole internet down a little bit and just focusing on the family for the weekend. But In Your House is going to get back to it and we're going to do it. So that's why we're dropping another episode. And the last thing we wanted to graze over a little bit before we call this a really great episode. And that's this, man. That's the King of the Ring tournament, man. We're almost at the conclusion of it, bro.
Yeah, we are, and my bracket continues to be fucked.
Yeah, I'm done, bro. I'm done.
Oh, the bracket's done.
Oof,
damn it!
So
damn
done.
It, Drake. Damn it, Drake.
Drake. If you guys watch In Your House talk show,
yeah. There you go. Yeah, if you watch that video show, you know what we're talking about. Damn it, Drake.
So, bro, I remember back when we were talking. I think I believe it was me, you, Docs, and Majin, and we were talking King of the Ring. And I asked a question. I said, who is the least likely to win the King of the Ring tournament? And my goofy ass says Chad Gable. He's still in it, bro.
Still in it.
He's
Chad
still
Gable.
there.
Oh, but man, what are they doing with his presentation, though? What's with the short jokes?
Yeah, what is that?
And more importantly, what's with the boo-hoo reactions from Gable? Like, Chad Gable was an Olympic wrestler, was he not?
Yes, he was.
And wrestlers, from what I've gathered, again, I do not want to speak out of turn, but I know people who did amateur wrestling.
Yeah.
They are some of the most mentally tough people out there.
Yeah. They're
not going to get a boo-boo face with all the, but just because somebody throws a short joke at them.
Right.
They're going to throw him to the mat and turn him into a fucking pretzel.
Yep, that's what they do, bro.
And talk shit afterwards.
Yep.
While whoever it is that was making said short joke is all tied up, all trying to get out, and everybody else is laughing at him. That's how you get Chad Gable over.
Yeah.
I get that they may be trying to do like this underdog thing with him, and I get, it's a little guy, but why do they always got to go with the whole just because they're a quote-unquote little guy, they got to be an underdog?
Right.
I get it's the land of giants, so to speak. But, I think there's a different way to tell that story.
I think so, too, and people forget that Chad Gable can actually talk. I mean,
yes.
He can actually talk. Like I remember when he was part of American Alpha, and he would get some segments in NXT to talk, and then he would get some stuff here and there. Even on the main roster, he talked a little bit, and the dude actually has a pretty funny personality. Like I was honestly getting like Kurt Angle vibes off of him about how like awkwardly funny he is. You know what I mean? Yeah,
he was just kind of quirky.
Yeah,
but it worked for him.
Yeah, it did.
And now, like, again, they're just doing these short jokes and great. Yeah, he's getting wins and stuff, and been impressive again. And we all know he's impressive. In between the ropes,
fantastic in the ring.
We all know he can go.
Yeah,
it's just I just find it kind of just silly, and it's kind of off-putting just to see again how he's presented.
Yeah,
because again, not that I'm like, I could book it better. It's just that's just how I'd personally rather see it. Let me see him as, this dude may be short, but he's a badass. You know what I mean? Like, let somebody come up, talk shit to him, man. That dude will tie you up.
Yeah,
he'll either tie you up, put you to sleep, or tap you out, or if you don't tap out, something's gonna break.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe that's how they should think about. Maybe that's how they should think about pushing him. Tap or snap kind of guy.
Right. Exactly. Put you down. Like have him because you can make it to where, especially if you have a larger athlete that can work, they can go. Make it believable. They can make it believable.
And if you're gonna go with the short stuff, if you're gonna go with the short jokes and stuff like that, make it to where it's like, yeah, I'm short, but I'll chop your ass down to my size.
Right. Like where he's still talking shit, like whatever. And again, like having it where he's still talking shit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I guess that could possibly. Well, I don't know if I guess they wanted to go heel with him, like while he's talking shit while having him in the submission.
Right. Yeah.
No. I take that back. No, not a heel thing. Yeah, because like somebody comes punking on him and stuff, they can even tie it in. Like you deal with bullies. Somebody bullies you, you stand up.
Yeah, for sure. They got the whole bullying campaign. Why not?
There you go. There's your angle with him.
There you go.
Have him standing up. You got people picking on him and shit, right?
Yeah.
Hell, even bring Ryback's bitch ass to pick on him. Ryback had that shtick where he was picking on people and all that.
Yeah.
Man. Give Ryback a payday. You tap out Ryback. Boom. There you go. Off to the races with him. Somebody else comes up talking shit to him. Same fucking story.
Yeah, the same thing, bro. So let me ask you this: you think Gable's gonna beat Elias on if they do it on SmackDown? Let's just say they do it on SmackDown. You think he's gonna beat Elias?
I think that depends on the fallout from the triple threat on Raw.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about all of a sudden that became a triple threat. I mean, I'm here. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. Don't get me wrong, but if they just broke the bracket down,
Well, as happy as I am to not see Joe lose by a roll up.
Yeah.
Yet. It's like, let's make this a mess.
Yeah.
Let's make it a mess over here.
That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah.
But I bet the match will be good. The match
the match is gonna be good. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It'll be great
for sure.
And I still think Baron Corbin's going to end up with it all by the time it's said and done.
Man, okay? So if Corbin wins, they kind of have to do Corbin and Gable, don't they?
Yeah. And that's why I say if Corbin goes over, then Gable will end up going over Elias. But I could see some, the typical shenanigans that's, accompanied Elias throughout this tournament. following him to the finals too.
Oh, you mean the best in the world helping him out?
Yeah, Shane McNeck, coming out there and helping him out. Because, man, again, dude's neck's ridiculous. We talked about that before.
Yes. Oh, yes. His fucking neck, bro. His fucking neck. So okay. So you're thinking, in your mind, the finals, Baron Corbin versus Chad Gable with Corbin taking the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that'll be a good match too.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'll be a legit match. And fuck what y'all say, man. Corbin's legit. I'll say it. Corbin's right there. He's right there. He's one special moment away from becoming that fucking. I'm not gonna say that guy. Baron Corbin's never gonna be the guy.
Yeah,
right?
I don't see him as the guy.
Never. But as far as legit main event talent, Baron Corbin is almost there in my personal opinion. I mean, as far as WWE goes, I know you're kind of like on him.
I'll say this though. I've turned around a little bit, bro. I have.
You have.
I've been critical of Baron Corbin. But also I like the fact that he's cutting promos saying everybody on the internet is saying I'm the last guy they want to win. But guess what? I'm still here. I like that, bro. I love it. And to take a quote from Taz, I see that the cement is starting to dry now. I see it. They finally dropped the fucking Olive Garden waiter look. You know, that's gone. And he finally looks. He doesn't have that look that he had when he was the lone wolf, because I really thought that they were closer to the cement drying with him doing that. But they cut the hair and tried to do the constable thing, and that was awful. And then he was the general manager for a little bit, and he was getting a lot of mic time. And he was carrying it. Like, let's not sit up here and say that Baron Corbin hasn't, in a way, I don't want to say it like this. I'm not saying he's put the show on his back, but he's been in a lot of segments, especially during his time as general manager.
He really has, and I think that was. I think that whole story about Vince seeing something in Baron Corbin was legit.
Yeah.
Because Baron Corbin was given, I think, that whole constable thing, the general manager thing, he was given that shit for one reason. Get the fuck out there and talk.
Yeah, talk.
Get out there and talk and make them hate you.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he did. And now, look how comfortable he is. Dude, that picture was flying around the internet with him sitting in that throne with that crown sitting sideways on his head.
Yeah.
And he's had the scepter and all that shit with that shit-eating grin on his face.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That, just looking like King Asshole. Sitting up there, right? Graduated from the Applebee's to the Burger King. You know what I mean? Jerry Lawler's pissed. Again, and let him win that shit, dude. And the crowd's gonna boo the fuck out of him. And and he's got a kingly name. King Corbin?
Baron Corbin.
King Baron Corbin. He can even get one of them obnoxious announcements like King Baron Corbin.
Yes.
And the crowd's gonna just boo-boo all over it.
You're right, bro. You're right about that, bro. So let me ask you this. I'll ask you this last question regarding to it. They will call this a really great episode. Unbiasedly, who do you think out of the 4 men that are left in this tournament would gain the most trajectory from becoming the king of the ring? Well, that's 5 men, but you know what I mean.
Right.
The most trajectory. When I say that, I mean, who do you think this will take the furthest?
I just thought of a funny idea. If they really wanted to run this fucking... if they really wanted to run this short joke thing with Gable.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how familiar you are with Game of Thrones.
I didn't watch it.
I really
I've heard a lot of
didn't
good
either.
things. I've heard a lot of good things, but
right,
I heard the ending sucked.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. And there's a war that was really awesome and nobody could see shit because it was dark. But whatever. And there was a Starbucks cup that randomly ended up in a shot. I don't know, but anyway, they have a character on there who is played by a little person.
Okay. Yeah,
I believe you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right?
I do.
And I believe Torian, I think's his name. And, you know, and I do believe he is like of royal bloodline or some shit in the show. And they can kind of play off of that with Chad Gable. Like, kind of get, because that character was actually, from what little bit I've seen in Game of Thrones, was like legit. Like, he wasn't presented as a comedy character. That character was a badass. And was, you know, even though he was small in stature, he was not small in presence.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, but again, that they would have this whole boohoo shit they've done with Gable wouldn't work with that. Like, they couldn't just change that.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't make sense. But to go back to your original inquiry, though, as far as who would get the most trajectory from it.
Yep.
Gable definitely could.
Okay.
Gable most definitely could.
Okay.
And I'm still going to say Corbin as well, because, again, it's just going to reignite the fires of the heat magnet that is Baron Corbin. It's going to give him yet another thing to brag about. As you said, everybody doesn't want Baron Corbin to win it. Nobody wants to see that happen.
Yeah.
It happens. Everybody's going to hate it. Nobody want to see him quote-unquote retire Kurt Angle either. But guess what? It happened. And then he got to brag on that. It's going to be just yet another thing for Baron Corbin to brag about, for people to hate on him for.
Big fact.
So I think it's kind of a separate, almost equal thing. But I would give the edge to Gable, because this is a way of making somebody.
I agree with that.
And so I would kind of give the edge to that one. So, yeah, I'm going to say Gable, final answer on that, just for the fact that Baron Corbin can draw his heat in other ways.
Yeah. I like that answer, man.
Without that. So there you go. Yeah, I'm going to say Gable, final answer.
I like that answer. I say for me, the least person I think that needs it would be Elias.
Yeah, I'm with that. Not at all. After
that, I would say Ricochet, because Ricochet is going to carve his own niche.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to be King Ricochet. It'd be cool if he were, but he doesn't have to be. He's gonna be a player regardless. I think I think they're gonna do something with him, with or without this tournament.
Yep.
After that, I'd say the person that would need it the most would be Samoa Joe, because they've got to figure out a way to ramp him back up. He's a complete badass they've just killed with so many losses, and I'm not even sure they've kept track of how many times they had him lose to those type of roll-up type victories. It just seems like a thing that kind of happened. So I would say him if they really want to jump his trajectory. After that, I'd say Baron Corbin, because it'd be a good look for Baron Corbin, and I think that he could really carry the King thing well. But like you said, man, even if he doesn't win this King of the Ring thing, he's still gonna get mic time, and he's still gonna be relevant to the show. So he carry it beautifully, I think, but he doesn't need it. Chad Gable, man. It's Gable in my eyes. I gotta agree with you. It's Gable. I think that he's gonna get the most out of being the King of the Ring. And if he carries it well, it could really take him far. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'm sorry, the name popped in my head. Tyrion Lannister. That's the character's name on Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Tyrion Lannister. So calm down, nerds. I'm late, but I got it.
He got it. So that's what I think, man. I think that I'm not saying that I think Chad Gable is going to win it. I'm saying that Chad Gable has the most to gain from winning it, which feels weird for me to say, because I said the guy had no chance just a month ago? Like,
right. Yeah. Like, no. Yeah. And I don't believe I had him going far either.
I had him out in the first round, bro.
Yeah, I think I did too. I did as well. So, yeah, I just goes to show you never know. I mean,
yeah. Hey, we wanted them to do different things, and they're doing it. So, hey, I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. So, yeah, man, I think this was a really great episode. We strung together another good one, and just to prove to the household, hey, we're not done. We're still putting in that work. So, you know what time it is, man. You know what time it is. It's your time, Hutch, to plug anything that you want to plug. So go ahead, bro. Plug away.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, and I will do that. You can follow me on the Twitter at Hutch, IYH. Give me a follow. Let me know what you did. I'm up to a whopping 20 followers now.
Getting there, bro.
Yeah, man. So, I've actually tweeted a few times. I think it's more so in response to you, but regardless, I tweeted. So there you go. It's not neglected anymore. Yay.
It all counts. It all counts.
It does all count. And also, you can follow me on the Instagram at Hutch in your house, and that's spelled just like the show, HOWSE. And I'm up to 47, 48 followers now.
Getting there, bro. Getting there.
Yeah, getting some good posts on there. And as I said, I put on that post of Jericho with Ralphus talking about that Ralphus needs to be hired to watch over that AEW Championship.
Yeah.
So yeah, and again, I'm going to continue to try to do like backstage stuff and go live. We'll probably go live this weekend when we hit that wrestling show.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a follow. Let me know what you did. And, just like we always say here, regardless of what side you're on, whether you buried AEW or not for losing that belt. And regardless if you cheer AEW, boo them, cheer WWE, OWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, New Japan, doesn't matter. We are wrestling, we are Legion, we are one, and we are not going anywhere. So we are in your house and we are forever. Thank you very much for listening. We'll catch you next time.
Absolutely, guys. We are one. One of the great slogans of this show. Guys, I just want to take a quick second to say, guys, I want to reiterate that we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We've got so much more coming for you guys. So much more work that we're putting in. I say it all the time. We're putting in that work round the clock. We really are, man. But we're humans too. We got lives. We got things going on. And guys, I just want to let you guys know that we're still going. We're still going. Actually, we've cracked Twitter. We're now starting to get a little bit more into the tweeting thing. I know I am, and I'm experiencing, guys. We got some great guests coming for you guys. I've been working behind the scenes, getting some guests together, different facets of the professional wrestling business, guys. We are not done. We're still putting in that work. We're still going to be hitting some local shows. We're not going far. We're not able to go far, but we're going to hit some local shows, guys. We're not going anywhere. We're just slowing it down because the holidays are coming up, and Hutch is a father. I'm a father of 3. So that means, sometimes you got to tighten your belts a little bit. But the podcast is not going anywhere. The video show not going anywhere. We're still bringing you that same jocularity, that same fun. We are not going anywhere. And this episode was a great episode. It was just another one. But, hey, that's just what we do here at In Your House. What do we do? Oh, yes. We give you that work. So let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. Check us out. October 5th, Heroes and Legends 13, Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are the official podcast of the entire event, and if you can't make it, but we really hope that you make it, you can check out your boy, the status symbol, Con House, on commentary with the golden ticket, Jason Saint. Guys, what are you doing? Buy a freaking shirt. That's www.prowrestlingtees.com/inyourhouse. Get this work. Get this shirt. Oh yes, the In Your House show is back, baby. Go check that out on YouTube. Guys, we tell you this all the time. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on. Or get gone. Because the household, we still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.